Hey y'all, welcome back. It's morning as I'm recording this, and it's a beautiful morning so far, okay? The sun is shining. 51 degrees and sunny here in southern Indiana. All right, I know the lawnmowers will be buzzing soon, okay? Because we've been inundated with a lot of rain. They said it's supposed to be raining today. It may. I just prayed for it to stay away, okay? I need to dry out. I don't know. It's good sometimes to be, for the let the rain cleanse the air, the atmosphere, your energy, particularly now in this new season, new year, where we are, letting our whatever we planted in the past in the wintertime, it's now ready to bloom, take root, and bloom and show itself. Okay. As I was pulling these cards, I was seeing it felt like there could have been an ending. We have two major arcanas, a death card and the wheel of fortune. I feel like it's you letting go of some guilty energy from the past, whether it be people, your relatives, friends, just negative energy from the past, and something new here coming up. Some more innocence, more discovery. Okay, the death card is in the upright with the wheel of fortune in the upright. I'm going to find out why that's coming out together. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. Have also come full circle with ending the negativity from your past. The backpacker of Pentacles is out here. I believe this is like the Knight of Pentacles energy. So I don't know. This could be you could be very comfortable and slow going at this time, not feeling rushed, or at least you shouldn't be. We do have the energy of Venus here. Um, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Okay. Um, it's a luxurious energy, Venus. Okay, with Taurus and Libra, sensuality, aesthetics, harmonious energy. Okay, someone would love to live with someone who carries a Venusian energy, and that can be a man or a woman. All right. So, this seems like it's bringing in some sort of financial breakthrough, this Venus energy, if you're embodying this Venus energy. And I do believe it's in retrograde at this time. I don't know for sure. That's just what I've been hearing. Also do have the Two of Cups in the upright with a dissolution, some sort of emotional clearing. And we'll tap into that in a second here. There looks like there's some improvements on your romantic relationship. So, this Two of Cups could represent that since it's coming up and we're talking about Venus. Or you may even have a desire to change the way you look or enhance the way you look. We ain't changing nothing because God didn't make no mistakes. We're just going to enhance things. Um, I've recently had reconstructive surgery, but that was due to a health issue. I don't plan on doing any other surgery other than whatever dental work I may need later on down the line here, getting up in age. But other than that, you know, exercise, eating better, taking the proper medications that you're supposed to, um, just really being healthy in a natural way, the best way natural as possible. Sometimes we do need the medical attention, so make sure you do not neglect that, okay? Just being happy from the inside also enhances your appearance. You don't have to go buy anything, okay? I've been doing this upcycle thing with my clothes. I have so many clothes in so many different sizes because of the way I lose weight and gain weight. And you know, when I was working, getting steady paychecks and things like that, I like to thrift. So I have a lot of stuff that may look expensive or could be expensive, but they've come from like upscale to upscale thrift stores. Okay, I go to the regular thrift stores and happened to catch a video on YouTube, and this lady was doing all this, and I've just kind of gotten crazy with it. But it's great because I do like to sew and craft and all that stuff. So it's a way to make it come together, and it's springtime and just coming up with different designs and being able to not have to stress about what things look like because it's just for me. And I'm rearranging, redesigning my wardrobe without having to buy new stuff. And ain't really nothing out there to buy, to tell you the truth. and seeing everything being overpriced. And I already have designer bags that I got for gifts for Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Or when I would have extra money or something, I'd splurge a little bit and buy me a bag. Nothing, no, nothing thousands of dollars, maybe a couple hundred. And then you realize that you can do that stuff yourself and you can make it just the way you want it. And it's unique. The uniqueness of it is what makes it expensive, what makes it rare, what makes it sought after, right? So we all can have our own designer bags, like, because it's come from our mind and our thought. So if you can do anything like that, or if you do stuff like that, continue to do it. Dive into your art. You make good stuff, make bad stuff, make ugly stuff. It doesn't matter as long as you're taking your energy and use it in a constructive way, and it helps to clear out any sort of emotional baggage that you could have from the past. Okay, so that's just a suggestion. I know y'all are creative out there and beautiful, and you have many, many things that you do. I just want you to understand that that's what your gifts are, and to not neglect them, okay? Even if it's something that back in your childhood that you used to do that you want to revive, okay? Instruments, games, sports, whatever it is, okay? So you could have faced a lot of relationship challenges, especially with the Six of Cups in reverse, and you're coming out here with something new. I don't feel like you may have caused any problems, so that's why you're easily. Well, it hasn't been easy. I know it hasn't been easy to walk away from the past. It hasn't been easy to walk away from the things that have happened to you. Some of us have suffered truly traumatic events and situations in our past. Some of us was treated well, but we were spoiled. That's not always good either. If you don't have the emotional security, that's what keeps a child happy. That's what makes a child happy, because you can make anything materially, right? And there's so many offers of people helping people, feeding, getting fed, and all that stuff. So listen, there's always going to be a way, and you could be someone who's always made a way. All right. Venus does bring a sense of peace, and that's what I feel right now, and I hope I'm letting you feel that peace through the screen. And if you're also at peace, then we're meshing together and you're enjoying this video, this reading. So please hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. Y'all know how this thing works. Okay. Listen, if you also are dealing with some sort of negotiations, it could be some sort of contract, job contract. I was gonna say God contract. So God got something set up for somebody here, and it could be involving some sort of negotiation or legal matter. Whatever that situation is, the scales will tip in your favor. Okay, if you're resonating with this energy and this is flowing with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this energy of clearing our emotional baggage. We'll start with a little tarot. As above, so below. As within, so without. Great Mother of the East, West, South, and North, please protect me and allow me to see. So we do have the Six of Cups in reverse. That could be some sort of guilt energy or just negative memories from the past. Maybe you had a negative childhood, okay? I don't want to trigger anyone. Because you're clearing out this energy, it's really not something that you would have to focus on, okay? It's time to let it go. It looks like you've done enough focusing on it to heal it. I don't know, you could have felt left out in the past from your family or from childhood friends. Maybe your trauma didn't or drama didn't happen until you got into grade school. Okay, sometimes your friends, you get around those extra energies, and you've been sheltered and taken care of by your family. Then you get around a little bunch of wild heathens, and they transfer all that energy to you. So that could happen too. In whatever time of life that you felt left out. And we have, I believe the Scout of Cups is like the Page of Cups. So you could have grown up to be a King of Wands. You could be this King of Wands. It could be a King of Wands looking at you. If you're this Venus energy, it could be Taurus or Libra. It doesn't have to be. Anyone who carries that energy of love and abundance would be that Venus energy, and being at peace. The type of woman that men say they want, but when they get that type of woman, they're bored to death. Or they come across that type of woman, they're bored. But anyway, I feel like people are starting to understand what peace really is. It's not so much about being still and not doing anything or moving around. It's just being able to move and create in your own energy to where you are controlling the tide and not someone else, okay? So the King of Wands is represented by the Scout of Cups. This could be some sort of innocence or, let me see, who's the King of Wands? Innocence about a leader, and now he's a Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Okay. That could be a leader. This is someone who's very authentic. This is you. And they're both looking at this Venus. Okay, so we'll figure that out here in a minute. So King of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Upright represented by the Scout of Cups. Someone being left out in the cold in the past. Could be a past life, could be a past relationship. Could just be your childhood. Everybody's going to be a little different, or you're going to be focusing on particular things. These things could happen to us over and over again. Sometimes it's a lot of drama. Sometimes it's something you barely even notice that you have to kind of think about a little bit. Okay, so we have the Death card and the Upright, and what is it represented here? Some sort of this could be present energy. Like something could have been hidden. It could have been some sort of death curse that was hidden that someone could have put on your past, or this could be you, putting an end to your memories of the past. Okay, as above, so below. What's the Death card? The Death card is the Ace of Cups in reverse. That could also represent, the death energy leaving your presence because this is some sort of discovery, or there was some sort of hidden energy. So this is what's being cleared out. This could have been someone you were attached to, you were married to, with the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups in reverse, or someone you've lost some sort of attraction to. Or it also could have been a discovery. You could have intuitively discovered that someone was casting death spells on you, or trying to bring it into some sort of relationship. Okay, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like reversed spell work, or something that may not have been done correctly, or some sort of lack of occultic understanding or the rules of occultism. You cannot do this. You cannot wish death upon someone. You're not God. I don't care how highly blessed and favored you are. We are not the ultimate decision maker in the life of someone else. Understand that? And that's between that individual, that energy, and the creator. So someone may have been trying to do this to you, like end your knowledge, end your understanding, end your work. Someone may not have been very interested in your work as either an occultist or professional. This Hierophant, King of Wands energy could be someone who is very studied. They're single, but they're also committed, or they were committed to self-healing. This could be you. I could be talking to a man or a woman. I feel like I'm talking to both. Seven of Swords in reverse is letting down your guard. You discover that a King of Wands may have been cut off. Not a King of Wands, King of Swords in reverse, or someone has a lack of understanding about magic, about the occult. Okay, King of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, he's the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, this is current energy. So that's some immaturity. There's a lack of knowledge, a lack of emotional maturity, a lack of understanding. I feel like you've discovered this energy, or this could be you. I don't know who this is in the past as King of Wands, though. Somebody's not standing up, or somebody's falling short of the glory of God, if you want to say that. Like somebody either does not understand spirituality, they're not open to it, they refuse to reflect on either their part in your life and what they've done, or any kind of negativity they may have created. Like, you can't blame somebody for that, even though you know that they're responsible, but you're not expressing that as a good thing. They have to, that's where you release that energy. You can't carry their burdens. They have to pick them up. If they don't, then they'll just continue to be in a swirl of death and endings, okay? So with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, this is a very interesting reading. Wheel of Fortune in the upright in the future position is a Knight of Cups. This could be an offer of love, a relationship. It looks like it's something positive. This could also be some sort of empathy that someone's offering to Leo in reverse. Now, this could be like a breaking of a spell. Love does cover. I don't think it's a multitude of sins. Love covers a lot, okay? Because people use love to cover up a bunch of bullshit too. And that's probably what this was. There was some sort of false offer of love and commitment and innocence. And fortunately, you got out of it. What's the Strength card in reverse? The Knight of Cups could be some empathy, but with it, the Strength card being in reverse, maybe this was meant to happen, even if you feel like it wasn't. So the Empress is now in reverse. I don't know if there's just some sort of fortunate release, whether somebody could have rejected or slowly, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in the upright, but not for this Empress or this offer. Maybe somebody offered to take an Empress out of here, someone from your past. The Empress could also have children. I don't know if something happened to this Empress. Hopefully, if she passed away, it was natural. But this could be a Leo. This could be tied to something in your past life, like the life before this one, that's been healed. There could be a mother figure. Maybe there was a problem with a mother figure. You could have had an overbearing mother. Okay, I don't know how to take that. We'll see. What's the backpacker of Pentacles? Chilling. Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment. There's been something that's slow, or you're very disciplined and patient here, but there's an attachment to a group of people, or somebody could be attached to your happiness. It's probably possibly a mother energy. Could also be a father. Your parents could have been separated or divorced. I'm not sure about this Empress, if she's in some sort of negative way or if it's just a rejection of this connection with this King of Swords in this negative past. Six of Swords in reverse, detaching from a wish fulfillment. Unless somebody's trying to follow you around. And now their Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Two of Wands. So I don't know. Somebody's in a state of confusion at this time. It could be a Capricorn or somebody. It could be an Empress in Leo. Taurus, Libra. I'm not getting a lot of air energy in here though at all. Except for the King of Swords in reverse. And the Six of Swords. So that's an energy attachment. It was hidden. Could be also Scorpio could be significant. With the water energy. Maybe somebody is like really attached to your dreams. Like you're really attached to your soul fulfillment, your wish fulfillment, or God has ordained that you receive this soul, and nothing can, your soul purpose, and nothing can stop you. Especially if you're in your North Node here. What is this? It's kind of weird now. The Two of Wands is in the upright. Knight of Pentacles is in the upright. So, I don't know. This could have been like a slow detachment or a slow go at it, which usually makes it seem very long lasting. Let's see what this emotional clearing is. What's the emotional clearing? Knight of Pentacles keeps coming up. So patience, discipline, working, planning, servitude. What's dissolution and emotional clearing? Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, boy. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups energy. And what's the Two of Cups? The Two of Cups is the Hangman in the upright. Pisces energy. So there's some sort of protection, or somebody was trying to keep the divine from moving you forward, or, trying to interfere in your healing journey here. It could have been some sort of job, or I don't know if somebody was dreaming. This King of Wands Hierophant energy could have been a dream. This could have been someone who was in your dream. We'll pull the dream oracles, because it looked like somebody might have been with Pisces too. Somebody could have been tapping into your dreams, or you, I don't know if they were doing dream work or trying to get you to follow them. And it really could have been a King of Swords with a guilty energy. Someone may have been trying to appear like they're a leader or appear like they're innocent in your past. Could be a single father, could be some, I don't, King of Wands doesn't give me father, but it could with the Hierophant here. Could be a single father who worked, okay? As above, so below. You could be a single father. May have tried to do something in the past, or this. Somebody was not engaged in a bunch of foolery. Somebody has grown up. I feel like these are two different people, though. Two different men. Okay, what about the Six of Cups in reverse and the Five of Pentacles being left out? Could also be adapting. You could have adapted to the negativity in your childhood, what children tend to do. Okay, that's why they behave or act out in a particular way. With suppressed emotions with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Cups in reverse is about exploring ways of being. Maybe somebody was very rude, or they weren't taught to say please and thank you when they were younger. Okay. Someone needed to express some gratitude. Maybe that's why they felt um, left out. But somebody feels like they deserve everything. They deserve your work. They deserve the fruits of your labor. They deserve what everyone else is doing around them. But they're just, I feel like this death card is like an energy, just sucking up all the energy, all the death, all the death. Could be a death angel in the atmosphere who's taking away those that are not doing the work, the divine work. Okay, what's 13? What's the death card? Remember, there's a fresh beginning at the core of every ending. Somebody might have been working hard to go against the divine, and their light's been put out. This is current energy. This is happening right now. What's this Wheel of Fortune in the upright and the Knight of Cups, Six of Cups is giving me mother energy, or an empress who has no strength or courage. Maybe you're just, I don't know, you could be having a lot of children, or you take care of a lot of children or something like that. But there could be an offer. Maybe there was a job offering. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody needs to be grateful for what they have. They may have something really sweet, something manifested really sweet. Someone's ungrateful. They could be ungrateful for your fortune, or the fact that you were on top of the wheel. Um, so offer an element of gratitude. Thank you, Earth, who cradles me. Thank you, Air, for bringing change. Thank you, Fire, for warmth and light. And thank you, Water, for flowing from the past to the ever-changing future. Sweet and earthy taste will ground you and pull you back into your body after doing spiritual work. So this Empress in the Strength card could just be you. Okay, good. That sounds better. There could be a feminine energy that was rejected, or lack some sort of creativity or inner strength. But I feel like it's because you could be off doing something else. You need to come back down to earth here. Yeah, somebody needs to offer some sort of gratefulness. Okay, this also could be someone who may have done magic or used magic to get something, but they lacked either the right to do it, or something doesn't belong to them, or they were very ungrateful for what they got. Because it keeps talking about being grateful and exchanging, having an even give and take. So someone's overtaking. someone could just be burnt out from doing this, or even burnt out from taking care of children. Maybe you're not getting any gratitude or thankfulness from anyone. Take it how it resonates, okay? An exchange can be anything: a blessing, some money, a piece of something you made with your hands. Someone could also do that in a negative way too. This also could be energy that you're clearing out by reusing things that were meant for your bad, or turning things that were meant for bad, or old, like I said, like like upcycling my old clothes, my old wardrobe into new things. Okay. Um, yeah, whatever somebody did or didn't do or didn't say may have really messed around with your self-esteem and your confidence here. So, whoever this Empress is needs to really focus on their solar plexus chakra. The color yellow will help. Color therapy is the easiest way to do that. You don't have to think too much about it. Your subconscious picks up on that color. The color of yellow to support your solar plexus chakra. So this could be you who may not have gotten much support, possibly when you were raising children or in the past. Your empathetic nature could have thrown people off or made them feel like they could take advantage of you. Okay. Now with the Scout of Cups and the King of Wands and the Hierophant in the upright, this could be a father. It could be a father, a single father, or you're just somebody who's completely different. This masculine energy is like very mature, very stable, or very traditional. This is a single man here. Some people may call you weird. Maybe you're maybe either you're controlling your own fate, or you could also be somebody could also be controlling this King of Wands could also be controlling your fate, or thought they were. Let me get another card here. To know who we are and what we are becoming. Okay. Somebody can control their own life, their own will. Hopefully you're using your intuition to do this. I'm not really getting a bad energy from this King of Wands Hierophant. I don't know. I feel like, Then this says breathing in purple for the third eye chakra. So somebody's connected and tapped in. This could be an occultist here, but I don't think it's in a negative energy. Okay, what about the King of Swords and the Page of Cups? This King of Wands could have helped discover, or yeah, about something about death spells and a death curse. Yeah. Oh, they could have been involved, or this King of Swords could have been involved, or this could be the energy of cutting this energy off to release yourself from old commitments and thoughts that bind. Cut the cord. Snip a thread or a string with scissors while intending to release what no longer serves. Also equate that to when I'm sewing, okay? Because I'm cutting off stuff, putting new stuff on, sewing this here, taking this out, making something completely different out of something that it'll look nothing like what it was before. Okay, so this Strength card in reverse, I think there was this offer of binding someone, either you binding someone or someone being bound to you. This could be a marriage. That's a binding contract, right? Um, and this six of Swords also was a contract, but they're either something wasn't fulfilled in this contract, which put someone in some sort of misfortune to go back to the past. Sometimes we have to go through this cycle a few times to get it right. So don't be bothered by that, but it takes what it takes, okay? But if you are in the need to release yourself from a contract, a commitment, some sort of binding energy that feels like they have some sort of hold on you, just cut the cords energetically, okay? Like I said, you can do it with a pair of scissors and a string in your mind. You know what you're cutting. And just do the act, okay? And one more, please. So release yourself from a death spell or death curse. We got yellow, purple, and orange. Orange supports your sacral chakra. Think about these colors, especially as we're coming into spring. These colors are also in the tarot. Okay. Solar plexus and the sacral chakra are in the death card. And we have the third eye here for the seven of swords. The purple. All right. Using your third eye to see. You could be a seer. Or you've gotten some information, inkling, something confirming that you were in some sort of holding spell. Okay, not of your own making, or if it was of your own making, then you have the power to snip the cords. If it's someone who's pressuring you or putting some sort of binding energy towards you, you just walk away from it. You don't engage it. You don't connect with it, even if you have to be in the same air. You don't have to disconnect your mind from that energy. Yeah, it seems like somebody's either doing their shadow work, they are doing their shadow work. Got underworld energy, the place of death and rebirth. This also will be equal death work here. At each gate, she gives up an article of clothing representing one of her divine powers. So, what do you need to give up for your own renewal? Either receiving some sort of negative energy from others, possibly being by yourself. So, a lot of times, separating your energy from those around you will help you to figure out who you really are and what you really do agree with and what you don't. A lot of times we feel the pressure not to speak up when we're trying to please others or follow some sort of rule. Okay, we only need to worry about the rules of the universe. All right. Yeah, this is chakra work, crossroads energy. Like I said, somebody's been doing death spells, putting an ending to you, your physical self, or your spiritual self, your gain, your physical, your job, whatever it is. They're trying to put an end to it. Um, This is an affirmation here. I am not a disembodied mind trapped in a flesh suit, but instead I'm an integrated being whose senses and intelligence extends far beyond the confines of my brain. This is like, yeah, like somebody's doing, you're working on your happiness, detaching from somebody else's misfortune. It could be this King of Swords here. Yeah, we're talking about spider work, or there's some ancient energy here dealing with the spiders. Um, there could be someone who's gifted, but they're not using it in to enhance their own life. They're using it to try to end someone else's. You might not have everything that you dreamed of, but you do have the threads you need to spin your own unique creation. Of course, that's what they're doing. Okay, what's in this Ten of Pentacles? Dissolution, possibly could be a lot of money or a business job, reputation, clearing out. What's the Ten of Pentacles? Calming your sensitive, your sympathetic nervous system. You can have a lot of sympathy with these people. Like I said, it could be family members, your generation people, your ancestors. They could be having a lot of sympathy for you. They have a lot of sympathy for somebody. Somebody's got sympathy, even if they are stepping away or moving away. Okay. Now we have the color of indigo. Indigo for also for the crown chakra. So we got some folks here who knows what the hell is going on, and you leaving others in behind you in some sort of confusion, or having to deal with their karma, or them having to be at the crossroads. What's the hangman in the reverse? So that's some sort of enlightenment about a Two of Cups that you're going back. This also could represent your purpose. Your purpose is to have a Two of Cups, is to have a soulmate. Whether it is business, but I'm feeling like it's more of love, love and abundance, money and love, okay? So call back your power, call yourself home, call your name. Maybe you want to change your name. That's whatever it is, whatever you feel like you want to do. The Tower in reverse, especially when you're clearing away negative energy. Sometimes people do change their names, either legally or, whatever. The Tower in reverse is what? Something final. It's a final pose. Corpse pose. It's the hardest Savasana. It's easy to believe that we're accomplishing something when we're stretching and bending, but hard to realize we're achieving something equally important by relaxing, letting go. So if you were in this energy of relaxing or maybe looking like you're not doing anything, I don't know if somebody felt like they could attack you then, or if the divine is not bothering you, or things around you. People could be going through a lot of towers and things like that, but it feels like you're not affected in that way. Okay, Asian cultures could be significant here. Um, Give and receive with both hands. Don't hide one, put one out, hide one behind your back. Someone could have been doing that. Okay, to give equally, you gotta both see your hands. Have your hands clear, graciously releasing, and the receiver willingly accepts. So pay attention to your energetic transactions. Okay, as above, so below. I know when I was younger, and I would go to the store with the adults, particularly my mom's cousin. She would get, because for some reason, well, I was born in the 70s, so you're talking about the 70s. There was still a lot of Jim Crow stuff going on, and you know, I don't know if it was covert racism because people felt comfortable just doing little stupid stuff like when they would give your change back to you, they would put it on they would throw it on the counter, or they would like not make sure they wouldn't touch your hand. You know, they pull it up high and drop it in your hand so they wouldn't touch your hand. The Caucasian people. And my mom's cousin would be so pissed. She'd make sure she touched their hand, and as they put the change back in her hand, they wanted to make sure she made an effort, a conscious effort to make sure they touched her hand because they would do it. I mean, it was a regular thing. They would just like hold their hands up and drop the change in your hand, or put it on the counter or something. And you tell them, no, you put my change in my hand the same way I gave it to you. So that is a side note. It's very rude, okay? And you should look at people in the eyes when you're speaking to them or exchanging something, words, energy, or whatever, right? Someone may not do that, or they got their hand behind their back. Yeah, that's all tied to occultism and things like that too, y'all. So, okay, make sure you pause and breathe and call all the scattered parts of your mind from the past. Six of Cups. You may have some sort of full memory. Some of you have a full memory of what's going on, and you actively involved in your healing. Some of you are learning that. Some of you are discovering some new things about yourself and the power of the universe and the energy that we all hold within us. Okay. Also, working on your chakra system and how that's affected with the body. I did a video already on that. You can run that back, okay? Um, Make sure you stay present. Make sure you're not distracted when you are doing something, unless it's just something that you're relaxed and you're not being stressed about anything, okay? Just remain present at the present moment so that you can notice the elements and the alchemy that's happening around you, even if you're not actively doing something. I'm going to tap into these Dream and Wisdom Oracles here to close us out. If you have not liked and subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on, especially if you made it this far. I don't know if y'all skip around in the videos, if you just listen to a few minutes, but whatever. Thank you. Okay. Which I need to get some more likes moving around. Okay. Getting these videos, these readings out. I do feel as if they help others because some of them do reflect things that I've been through and learned from. Yeah. And that's our job, is particularly as we get older in the spirit and on the earth, is to pass down the knowledge and wisdom so that we're no longer kept in darkness or in illusions. We do have goddess energy here, so embracing the feminine, the divine feminine, whether it's coming from a man or a woman. It's about creation and being gentle. Also nurturing, but still being strong. Just think of a single mother or a single father who's really doing their job, who's really taking care of the babies, working, paying their bills. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or a lot of stuff. Okay, just because you can spoil children and buy them whatever they want doesn't mean that you should do that. Okay, um, sometimes it's really worse for them. Just let them feel stable and secure and know that you love them. Okay, and that they're safe in your presence. Don't listen to those who want to keep you small, and believe that you are as important as the stars in the heaven, because you are. I got energy for the star seeds the other day. Okay, you guys are star seeds. You guys are part of this universe. You're part of the changing of the universe. Okay, you are the magic. You are the alchemy. Just by being your calm, patient self. What's there to worry about? Ain't nobody worried about no haters. All right. So we do have goddess energy. Could be Capricorn. And we have magic, Aquarius energy. So Virgo sixth house, and Aquarius 11th house. Magic. Shifting your focus to a positive view is what magic is. Okay? That's all it is. Your mind. That's the magic. We are all interconnected. We are linked by a magical thread. Just believe in yourself. Okay? You do have magic in you. We all do. I just explained it to you. Simple as I can. Taking a journey, we've got 11th house energy once again. Do things in a different way. Like I said, rearrange your wardrobe or do something, make something. Maybe you can't afford to go buy new fabric and make new clothes. So whatever it is, do what you can do. Okay, do what makes you happy, and just do it for the love of creation. Do things in a different way. Take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey, and be prepared for adventure. Okay, that's a Knight of Pentacles energy, and not rushing. Okay, we're dealing with your intuition. You could be getting some intuitive hits. You're working on cultivating your intuition, integrating. You could be having dreams of driving or being in a car or some sort of transportation. Okay. Um, you're looking for a new direction, or you found a new direction. We do have the Two of Wands coming up here, but it could be some sort of going backwards, but that may not be. It just to heal some past energy here. Do you know what direction you want to go in your life, or do you feel like you're in control of those life plans? Also, the car that you're driving or the car model that you're in supposed to represent your dreams, so you might want to pay attention to that. A lot of heavy dreaming was happening as I was awakening to my spiritual gifts and the things that are going on around me into the real world. Okay. Um, the approach you take to life and your goals appears in your dreams as a means of transport. They represent what it is that takes you where you want to go. Missing or being late for the train, the bus, or a plane suggests that you feel that you're missing out on something in your real life. The dream highlights this frustration. So if you get on the wrong bus and you can't get off, think about what decision you are grappling with, and then be clear about your goals to solve the problem. Y'all stay blessed and grounded, and I'm going to see you later. Bye bye.